Did you get him?
I think it was a piece of Nala fur. I was brushing her this morning.
That's awesome. Hey guys, it's Kyle and Shannon. Welcome back to K&S Get Out. You know, we just breezed right by something the other day and we wanted to bring it up. We just realized that we started our channel, our YouTube channel, 2 years ago, just a few days back.
Yeah.
I cannot believe it's been 2 years.
So fast. Like, it's completely flown by. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, you know, happy anniversary to us. We kind of been looking back and reminiscing through a lot of the stuff and, you know, all the cleanup we've done out here. And sometimes you've got to stop and do that and just enjoy it. Because we can find plenty of work to do, and you guys hear about all the projects and everything, but you just got to soak it in. Coming into fall, it's so beautiful out here. But man, 2 years. We've been putting it all out there.
Fast.
You can go back and see everything we've done to this land. So if you're new around here, in fact, we had some comments about our silly gate. Yeah, it seems kind of silly by just looking at it, but there's reasons behind all of it. And we're not going to go back and go through all of it, but it's in video. Over 2 years worth of video.
I could have put a compilation video together, but guys, that's a lot of work.
A
lot of footage. So just go watch our old videos.
Speaking of compilation videos, another milestone. You know, as YouTube creators, you kind of build community of people that help with the homestead and all that stuff, but also other creators.
Yeah.
In our case, uniquely, it's Big Brother Chad over at Adler Farms and Mom and Dad over at Grandpa Adler Farms. And Chad just passed a big milestone, something
Huge.
Very meaningful to creators. He passed 100,000 subs.
Yeah, super proud of him.
So proud of him.
Such a big accomplishment.
And Chad is really the one who ground the grind, if you will, to learn the YouTube stuff and how to do this. And he got Dad on board, and then he got us on board. And so huge shout out to him and his success, and we could not be more grateful.
And congratulations, Chad. That is just such an accomplishment.
So
proud of you.
So proud. And it helps drive us, man.
Yeah.
You know, he's gonna lead the way a little bit. You get discouraged at times, and there's always Chad. He's just going.
Yeah.
So the cool thing is my mom put together a compilation video. So go over to Grandpa Adler Farms. We haven't seen the video yet, but we've been talking with her about it and all that. And so we're very excited to see it. But she put together a little tribute video to Chad and him helping us get kick-started.
Yeah, so go check out their video too.
Yeah, for sure. All right, well, shifting gears. Hi, guys. Hercules. Thanks for keeping everybody safe last night.
Hi, buddy. Mama's always talking to us.
Hungry.
Shoelaces are not for eating.
Whatever, you ever tried them? They're delicious.
They're so funny. They just want to eat everything.
Hey, speaking of eating everything.
What do you think, Mama? You ready to eat some more? Yeah, I thought you were. You always are. You always are.
All right, guys, I don't want to hear the criticism. This is our farm. We know what we're doing with our animals, and it's all for a purpose. I don't mean to say it like that, but you know what I'm saying. Herc is right now, I've got him isolated over here in this nursery. No, we're not being mean. No, we're not going to keep him in there all day. But as you know, we've been talking about this. We want to bring down the grain intake for all these goats. It just fluffs them up. They don't come by it naturally. So we're trying to utilize our 20 acres of land and hay and feed them a little more healthily. To do that, we've started to graze them. In fact, I think we broke a record. We'll show you here in a little bit, but I had a helper come with the electrical up there. So we made some progress, and I'll update you on that. But that day, got all the goats out, and the birds, of course, and everybody was grazing for like 6 hours. That is the longest these goats have been out. So much so that they continued eating, and eventually they got tired, laid down, napped, and then started again. But like we talked about in our last video, Mr. Hercules, now 18 months old, is really coming into his maleisms, if you will. I've been reading a lot on neutering and spaying LGDs, specifically Anatolian Shepherds, Great Pyrenees, and just dogs in general. And you know, people believe things all over the timeline as to when you're supposed to do it. But for us, ultimately, it's been an observational period where we've just kind of been seeing how he's doing. and he gets a little too amped up, especially with these little boys who also get a little amped up because they are still intact. We can't ban them just yet. So they're exhibiting some of their, goatiness, and he tries to reestablish the pecking order daily, especially when he gets hyper. So what we're gonna do today, we're gonna get them out and we're gonna graze them for hours and just not give them grain this morning. Now, when we bring them back in, we usually treat them with either goat treats or a little bit of grain just so that they're grain trained, if you will. But they definitely, you trying to eat mom's shorts?
Yeah.
They're not mom's shorts, they're my shorts. I eat them. Hi, Blue. How are you, baby girl?
Be curious if she lets you touch her.
Hi, Layer Bear. You guys want to get out and go graze a bit? Yeah, that's a girl. That's a good girl. Got me some late season poison ivy coming in. That's always fun. All right, guys. It takes them a little bit.
Not spruce.
They want their grain. They're like, oh, what the heck, man? You always bring our grain and did it. No, we're going grazing today.
Spruce, first one out, as always.
Come on, Mama. You enjoy it. And her shadows.
Let's go this way, guys.
Harry, hi, buddy. Hi, buddy.
Herc, we'll come back and get you, okay?
Hey, so what I'm gonna do while we're out with them, I'm gonna go ahead and close this gate.
Okay.
And then I'll let him back out into the main pen, and that way he can stretch out, come into Goatville and all that stuff.
Okay.
So no, we're not being intentionally cruel to Herc in any way, shape, or form. But just like what we've talked about before, we've got to do what's best for the rest, and they're just so much better, and we don't have to watch him nonstop if we were to let him out right now.
Love you, buddy.
Little Mario making it weird right out of the gate.
Come on, Larry. Come on, Mama. Where's Spruce? Luigi, come on.
They're making sure you didn't leave any containers of food open.
Spruce, come on. Bring Koopa. There you go. Come on, boys.
Still got to stay in the shade.
Yeah, for sure.
I saw in the forecast that we've got fall weather coming. I don't know if they're teasing me or not, but I don't see any 80-degree plus days in the coming 4 days or so. I don't know.
You mean for the next 4 days?
Yeah, I'm afraid to talk about it because then I'm afraid it'll all change.
Yeah, you just have to take it day to day because I don't trust weather people or weather apps. It's just how it is.
So yeah, if you guys haven't been with us all 2 years that we've had the channel going, we do have a lot of folks that you guys have been with us from day one, and so you know the transformation this land has undergone.
And thank you for all of you who have been with us from day one. Like, you guys are just so amazing and so encouraging, and we couldn't have done this without you. So we're super appreciative for you.
And thank you if this is day one and you're just now joining the journey. Welcome.
Yes, thank you.
Basically, this land, when we bought it, was just raw wooded land. There was an old, really dilapidated, however you say that word, house right there, a barn, a chicken coop. We demoed that, all of that, hauled it off. Yes, one regret, we've talked about that in a previous video, but no big deal. And then all this up here was heavily wooded forest.
You didn't even tell them what the one regret was.
Oh, the one regret was the barn.
Yes.
Looking back, we wish we hadn't torn down the barn. But we're
it's okay.
So far beyond that, no hurt feelings about it still, but all of this was heavily wooded, just like everything else on the land, and we cleared it up to here, and of course brought in the base rock. We ran power down to the well house, power to the camper, and then we repaired with Superman Aquaman Rob, one of our viewers. He came and helped us repair with Shannon's dad the well. And this is Shady Acres 2 years later.
Our humble abode.
We've been reminiscing, guys, so we thought we'd bring you along with us because it's always a good reminder.
Yeah.
But the new progress, you saw in my last video, I ran into a wall, a problem with the electric, and where I thought I could get the feeder cable out of the main panel, I was mistaken originally.
So a lot of you asked why we didn't use the bigger knockout on the other side of the panel, and Kyle's gonna explain that a little bit better than I can, but we did have a reason for that.
Yeah, I could have, but I would have had to have run, an elbow and then bring it around the back side of the pole. And where I trenched, I did not trench to that side, so I would have had to have brought it around or dug by hand the rest of my trench to get over to that. So that was an option, but I kind of thought there's got to be a better way. So I called in.
But great news, guys!
But the great news is I called in, well, Shannon called in. She made me get help. I needed help. So Shannon's dad came over and we had an awesome day. Spent way longer than needed to, but they just got back from vacation. He was telling stories. It was a great time, and he completely helped me get this power up to the office. We got a few more steps up in there. I'll show you in just a minute, but here's what we did. We broke the rules. I hope nobody from our power company watches this, because
I'm sure they don't. They probably don't even know we exist.
that's
it's
true.
Okay.
Somebody cut this. I don't know what happened. It was me. And we got into where we needed to. So we're not going to go into great detail. I'm not teaching you how to do any of this stuff. We're just sharing our story with you. But as you know, this thing was in the way. And so Ken and I got a little custom with it, and we're able to get out the little piece of sheet metal that was blocking us access here. Now it is still a little far off the pole. I've got some shoring up to do and things like that. But I'm now coming out of the hole where I wanted to, and look down in that trench. That's
an electric line.
Is a feeder cable. So yeah, I didn't have all the screenings in place, but when Ken was here, we were in go mode, and I said, you know what, let's just go ahead and put the cable in. I can put screenings in over it, kind of pull the cable up out of it, and then put screenings back on top. So I'll take care of that. But because he was here, I wanted to really focus on the more detailed work, getting the conduit up, getting the panel in, and terminating everything. So we did about 90% of it. I got just a little bit left to do, and then Shannon's gonna have power in her office.
I can't even express how happy I am about this, because
you can try. I'm just kidding.
I'm super excited, because once electric goes up, then that means insulation and walls, a mini split. Like,
we look at things differently. She's like already ready to keep moving. I'm like, I want to stop and celebrate this power.
I just want to use it. I just want to be able to use this office.
No, it's great. It was something I couldn't see through to the end, but I tell you what was really cool. When Ken is here, he's very, very patient with me, because I have no experience, and everything I learn is reading online, watching videos, and I do a lot of it. So everything I learn is pretty much textbook. Well, Ken is experience-based. The man has been doing stuff like this for decades, and is really, really sweet about understanding where I'm coming from when I have ideas and plans, but then he politely encourages me to think outside the box. And that being said, we decided to run this up so that the power comes in right behind the panel, instead of down here, and then inside the stud walls have the power cables run up to the panel. So this is going to give us a little bit better clearance inside the building, so that I don't have big feeder cables in the stud walls. Does that make sense?
It makes sense to me.
That's what I'm talking about. So yeah, we've got the 90-degree elbows coming out, and then of course the Schedule 40 PVC up here with the conduit box, and then my 3 feeder cables are coming in there. I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
The breakers are off right now. Just before we get in there and I touch anything, breakers are off. So there's our panel. A little bit higher up, I've got enough room for all the breakers I need in here, and then we can run power out from here. Ken was even nice enough to get Shannon's insulation up behind it.
Thank you, Dad.
It's like he was thinking about you.
I appreciate it.
So yeah, if you don't know, this is it. This is Shannon and I have never done this stuff before, and it's very exciting to make the progress, because when we hit those hurdles, you just kind of get down. You get stuck. It's a little bit discouraging, but it's okay.
But we've
made it through.
If you are new here, this is going to be my office. Right now we live in our camper, and we are very limited on space, and I need a break from that thing.
I was going to say, that's an understatement.
This is going to give me a separate place to be able to work on things, do my editing, just get out of the camper.
Yeah. It's fantastic.
Yeah,
It's
so I'm
gonna be
super
great here.
excited about it.
I'm going to use it to watch football and play video games with my little brother. Don't tell Shannon.
Wait.
Oh, wait.
I thought that's what your shed was going to
Yeah,
be.
no, that's what I said. Yeah, the one that doesn't have heat and air.
Well, you're tough. You can handle it.
Yeah. Did you know you had a visitor in your office while your dad and I were here working?
Was it Christina?
She wanted to, but it wasn't.
She tries pretty hard.
Yeah, no, it was somebody else who tries even harder at that kind of thing.
Who was it?
It was your sprucers.
Oh, sprucers.
Shannon wasn't even here to see it. He just came on in.
Little stink pot.
They don't know what to do when they're out grazing for hours on end. Spruce, what are you doing? Mom's not even here. Hey, she's joked about giving him a bed in here. I said, you do that, you're gonna have that goat in here all the time. She goes, I know. So eventually, when they get tired and want to take a nap, guess where they want to be? With us. We better get the birds out so they can all graze together, because them and the goats get along so well.
They actually do.
I know it.
Your bucket got knocked over.
I think I might have done that actually. Maybe. No, this one probably did it. He's looking guilty. Yeah, look. Hey, you got my feet in here? So as you guys know, we've had the couple of guineas that we have a really tough time getting in the run at night, and sometimes I'll just leave them out, because after 10 laps going around that thing, I'm dizzy, they gotta be dizzy. Good job, Larry. I think I know who's been knocking it over. But last night, everything. They get on everything.
Oh, everything.
Last night, all the birds went in there. But I have started to see now why those grays don't want to go in. For some reason, the pearls, the darker ones, will pick on those grays and chase them around inside the run. So those guys are just like, nah, forget about it. We'll just hang out on the outside. But they do fine for the most part. So,
They're
yeah,
tough enough to survive.
we let them decide. Look, the Turks are all ready to protect from the goats.
Harry and Larry want to help.
Hi, Christina.
She is always the first one out, aren't you?
She says I'm a goat. Come on,
Come on,
Puff Daddies.
guys. They're not that quick to come out here because we're out of worms. We're waiting on our worms to be delivered. So,
Well, that, and I've been giving them so many worms, and it starts their day, and then I feel like they kind of hold out till the end of the day to eat as much because they know they get worms again when they go back in. So I'm trying, as the weather is changing, our mosquitoes and gnats out here are so bad. Now, I don't know if these guys can catch mosquitoes and gnats, but we're gonna find out. So I'm trying to
we
leave
need
them
to.
I know, I'm trying to leave them a little bit hungrier during the day so that they're not anticipating feed from me. Because I don't know if that's why they like me so much or if it's because they think I'm mommy. But either way, we can cut back on that just a little bit. So we got some hungry birds here, don't we? You know what that means though, don't you? You just go around and eat all our bugs. Can you do that? Yeah? She says you can get real close, but you touch me and I'm out.
Yep.
What about you cute little fluffy things? Oh, look how cute you little fluffy things are. What's up, big guy?
She acts like she wants touched, but she doesn't really.
No, she wants worms.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Turk, if you get out of the door, the guineas can come out.
These two over here are the typical goatlets. They want to get on anything that they can and explore absolutely everything. It's like a slide.
It's like a treadmill for goats. Oh. He's gonna use his brother as a stopper. In all actuality, they're both just gonna slide down. Oh, there it is, dismount. So we feel like this week has been a big buildup because running the power over to the office and everything is just a big hurdle for me. I'm not a certified electrician. I know a lot of you said call an electrician, but kind of the point of what we're doing out here is to not always resort to calling somebody. I want to understand how everything works out here so that if I need to do anything or change anything or fix anything, I know where to go and what to do. Or just call Cam. What? Did you need camera time? But the really cool thing is we've met a lot of great people through this. We've shown you these neighbors over here have helped us in the past on the front part of the property. Rob came down, I'm gonna consider him family now, and helped repair the well. And then Stan up the road, who's lived out here forever, has been a huge blessing in our life, coming and helping and offering advice, and he's always a phone call away. But we met some new folks that live further up the road that way, and she's got some sons. They came out, walked the property with us, and we just kind of got to show them our perspective and what we're doing, and they thought it was really cool. And then we got to go back to their place, walk their trails, and see what their land looks like. And it's just a really nice refresher to what has happened here over the past 2 years that we've shared with you guys. So we kind of got a good little recharge, met some really awesome people.
Yeah.
And of course their boys, they got to play with the goats, and they did not complain about that at all.
Yeah.
So we're very, very grateful for the people in our lives, and we're very proud of Chad and Mom and Dad and what they're doing. And it doesn't always feel like a reality because this is not how Shannon and I were brought up. It's not what they taught us in school. It's not what we learned in our careers, but it's a pretty joyful life. There's a lot of work involved, a lot of work, and some hardship, learning.
Yeah, and it gets overwhelming. It really does.
It does. But you know, with patience and good teamwork and communication, which we don't always have, but when we do, it all comes together. And we couldn't be more thankful for this opportunity. And you guys are really a very huge and critical part as to how we can do this and why we do this. So
yeah,
we just strive to share the positivity and the joy in our lives and the joy that these crazy animals bring us with all of you. And you.
Well, and you too.
Oh, and me. And of course Princess Nala, who's up in the air conditioning because it's too hot for her.
Yeah, she's enjoying that air conditioning.
You're so big and scary. Oh yeah. Don't know what you're thinking about, but I sure would love to know.
It's so weird to me how they won't like just wander off and go eat bugs. They want to be around us.
They're guard turkeys. They're keeping an eye out for all these guys and their girlfriend over there, making sure these goats aren't going to do anything. Not that these guys can do anything about it. But they think they can. Come on out of here, silly boy. Let's go. With the
You
feeder.
think that's for your food?
Mom, I did not approve of this grain lessening thing. Hey, out. Let's go, Larry. Come on, buddy. Let's go this way. You gotta stay out of here. Silly boy.
I'm just waiting for him to get his head stuck with that thing on it.
Mom, grain. Where my grain?
Go eat some plants. He says, is this a plant?
There we go. Yeah, now you're doing it.
You're just throwing a fit now. And that's why we have locking buckets for everything.
This ain't your food, dude. I didn't realize how difficult it might be to ungrain train them just a little bit. But look at these barrel bodies, man. We got to get you guys down to fighting weight.
Are you done? Did you give up? You gonna go find something to eat now? It cracks me up every time because we can hang out up here, but the moment that Kyle starts to walk away from everybody, they all follow him. I'm telling you guys, he is the leader. He's their leader. The babies were hiding from Mama underneath the building. Yeah, hide and seek. Excuse you? What are you guys doing?
So guys, be sure to go over there to Chad's channel, Adler Farms. Tell him congratulations on the 100,000 subscribers. It's a huge milestone and something that's just very, very monumental for him and all of us, really.
Well, and for creators in general. That's a huge milestone.
Anybody, yes, it's a big deal. And so definitely go over to Grandpa Adler Farms. I'm looking forward to this afternoon. I don't know when you're watching this video, but their video should be out this afternoon, and I'm definitely going to jump on and check out what Mom put together for them.
Yeah.
Well guys, we cannot tell you enough how much we appreciate you. We thank you for coming on this journey with us. And again, without you, we couldn't do it.
Yeah.
All right, guys, well, I'm gonna go finish the power. We're gonna let these guys graze for a couple hours and try to withhold the grain from them and hope they don't turn on us.
If they start to turn on us, I'm just gonna give them grain.
Pretty safe play till the next time we try, that's true. Well, guys, we love and appreciate each and every one of you, and we can't thank you enough for coming along on this journey with us. And as always, we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
In case you guys didn't know, my brothers and I have a sixth sense, kind of like a spidey sense. So sometimes it's fun to see if we can sneak up on each other. We've done it our whole lives. Wait. Oh, there's Herc. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. And the leaves, I'm trying to move like a deer. A big deer. We also have a code word if I see him come out on the porch. And the code word is, don't shoot. I'm sure this isn't suspicious. It's standing up all by itself. The dogs are out. What's it doing? Shh. Okay, go play. Look. There's a stick. Go play. There you go, Herc. Remember, all I gotta do is touch his truck to win.
Sorry?
Come in. Yeah. Do you have any coffee?
I did.
Okay.
Got some for me. Are you lost?
Just came to pet the dogs.